Hey everybody, this is my General Hospital thoughts for March 29th, 2012. Let me just get down to this. Carly. Carly. She is a hypocrite. She took Morgan away from Sonny because he was in the mob, but yet you're in bed with Johnny Zaccaro, who's in the mob. And soon they're going to become a couple, which is even more hypocrite. And all half of last year she fought for custody of her daughter, and I barely see her with her. And she shipped Morgan away, so she claimed marrying Sonny was a big mistake. I'm like, how the fuck do you make the same mistake 4 times? Well, 5, because she married Lorenzo Alcazar, a guns dealer. So she's a hypocrite, and I'm like, you're in bed with a mobster who's worse than Sonny. Trust me, Zakar ain't no saint. He's worse than Sonny in certain areas. And Carly, man, she just needs to. She's turning into Liz. She actually 4 years ago she called Liz the whore of Port Charles. I think Liz, that title on Liz right now has retired, and Carly is the new owner of the title. So, and as far as Maxie is concerned, the bitch has lost her mind. Like, you're willing to go to prison for the rest of your life over shit that you didn't even do. I really doubt she killed Lisa Niles. And she's adamant that she did, which I don't believe. And then Anthony Zaccaro and Tracy, I feel like Tracy just needs to throw herself under the bus and go to jail. I'm like, it's worth it. Why would you want to stay married to a psycho like him when you don't really have to? I'm sure Luke will help her get out of this mess if she just asks. And Star and Michael, I do want to see them together. Not right away, but hopefully it will happen. And I don't know, people say Star is annoying, but for the most part right now she is being annoying because she's starting to get on my nerves now. And I want to see Jason and McBain collide, because I think that would be the funniest shit ever in life, to see them go at it. It would be a straight knockout blow to see Jason versus McBain, because I don't really think McBain is going to beat Jason. So, and as far as, like I said before, Alexis, she's a decent lawyer, but Diane was way better. She could get anybody off of anything. So Maxie could confess all she wanted. I guarantee you Diane would get her off like that. Diane would just snap her fingers and get her off. And Kate, I'm liking her DID storyline. I think she's doing it pretty well so far, and I hope that she can get integrated and stop the whole Connie shit. But I think I would like her more if she actually was Connie full time, because Connie's pretty interesting, and she brings some flavor to the character of Kate Howard rather than the actual Kate Howard, because she's a little prissy and whatever. And for people who said yesterday on the comment board that I was watching for Simply GH, I was watching her uploads, and they said on the comment board that Carly would make a good mob wife. I don't think so. She married Sonny, like I said, 4 times, and they got divorced, and she took Morgan away from Sonny because of his lifestyle. That's not what a mob wife would have done. A good mob wife would be like Claudia Zaccaro. I liked her as a mob wife. She was down for Sonny no matter how many times he called her a whore or a bitch. She was down for him. She had his back. Even when they went to Puerto Rico and she pulled that gun out on them people, she had Sonny back. She could have let them do whatever, but she proved her loyalty at times to him. That's what a mob wife is. That's what she does. So, as far as Carly being a good mob wife, no, I don't see that. Because if she was, her and Sonny would still be married. But I feel Carly needs to just pay more attention to her kids, because she, like I said, she was in a whole big battle with Jax half of last year over custody, and once you got custody, it's like, where's your daughter? You spend the night all the time at Johnny's penthouse, and your daughter's living in a big house with just the nanny. The nanny, she's probably gonna be calling her nanny mom. So Carly needs to focus on that. She's really starting to turn into how Liz was. Liz has changed, if anybody hasn't noticed. And Carly is starting to become the new Elizabeth, running around bed hopping. And now I'm starting to see what Jax was talking about last year. I wouldn't say she's a bad mother, but she's a somewhat unfit one. You criticize Sonny for his business dealings, but Johnny's no better than Sonny. He runs the Zakara organization. So for her to downplay that is beyond me. Carly needs to focus more on her children, and I'm assuming that when Morgan comes back, when they age him, he's going to come back, and I think he's going to resent Carly for what she did. Because I think Carly's a big ass hypocrite for keeping Sonny away from Morgan, knowing how Sonny cares about his children. And if, like, you felt his life was so dangerous, why the hell would you marry him 4 times, let him adopt your son, have another kid by him, and all of this? And even after they got divorced and she married Jax, she slept with Sonny on numerous occasions. So obviously he ain't that bad. I mean, come on, like, you married him 4 times, you always cover for him, you're always there for him, so obviously, why would you not want Morgan around him if you're always around him? So, Carly's a big hypocrite, and I hope, you know, she just stays out of Sonny's business. She gets mad when he gets in her business about her being with Johnny or Sean Butler or anybody else, but she's always in his business. Even after Sonny married Brenda, she told Brenda, don't interfere when it comes down to Sonny and his kids. But how is that possible? You won't allow him to see Morgan, so how is Brenda or anybody else interfering with his bonding with the children? Anyway, to Sam, somebody said on the comment board yesterday that she's turning into the new Brenda of 2000, how Brenda was when she was married to Sonny, all the whining and wanting her husband out of the business. I'm going to say what I said before. Jason's a grown man. Sonny's not holding him captive. He's in the business because he wants to be in the business. It's what he loves to do. So, and I understand how motherhood could change somebody, but she's not changing for the better. I understand she wants to look out for her kid, but Jason was in the mob when she decided to marry him. He was in the mob when she decided to have a baby by him. And I hate how people get the misconception that just because you get married to somebody or have a baby by him, you're supposed to change their profession for that. They're not. Only he can make that decision if he feels like it's way too dangerous. But I'm sure Jason will go to hell and back to protect Sam and his child. He's done it pretty much time and time again to protect Jake when the Russians kidnapped Jake because of Sam. But that's another story. And he would do it again. Jason knows the risks about having family and being in the mob. That leaves you vulnerable. But being married also could leave you vulnerable too. Sam is a PI. Her job ain't no better than Jason's. Her job is dangerous as well, being a private investigator. So for her to dictate his life would be stupid. And I think Sam just needs to come to a realization Jason is who Jason is, and he's not going to change for nobody. So, and I'm hoping that, I don't want to see a Jasam breakup, but if Sam keeps acting like this, I'm pretty much going to be over the Jasam thing. And hopefully Jason will find him a chick that's mob wife material. Something like Claudia. I really like Claudia. She was mob wife material, so she was a little nutty, but who isn't? Sonny's nutty too when he ain't on them meds. So hopefully they do that. I hope Tracy goes back with Luke. Like I said, people keep saying they don't belong together, but Laura's on one. She's on The Young and the Restless now, so you got to deal with Luke and Tracy. The saga continues. See you on Friday. I'm out.